Here we are, Tony Porter, Tabletop Baseball Digest, and we are playing Fall Classic Baseball. This is my 1974 five-team replay. I am playing in June. It is the Rangers at Orioles, and Ross Grimsley's on the mound for the Orioles against Jim Bibby for the Rangers. We got a pretty good game going here. Let me set up the scoreboard. That's one thing I noticed is not up there. Cha-ching. Got it. There's the scoreboard. We're in the top of the seventh inning. It's 2-0. Orioles. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Rangers, and 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Orioles. Not a lot of action, not a lot of offensive action in this game, but that could change at any moment. It's going to be Lenny Randle leading off here in the top of the seventh. I am rooting for the Rangers, but let's see what happens. It's a 22, and that's going to be base hit. So Randle, and that's one of the few singles that he has that doesn't include a stolen base attempt. So he lines a single, and he's on at first here. We're in the top of the seventh, nobody out, and it's Toby Harrah. Both starters are doing pretty well, in meaning that they have plenty of endurance. So we may get a double complete game here. It is 1974. Toby Harrah. Now, Toby Harrah is a decent hit and run guy, and we're going to send Randle. There goes Randle. And a 32 is going to be a ball right back to the pitcher. And Grimsley has one place. Oh, wait. We got to look that up. 5. Excuse me. On a hit and run, it's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, and that'll move Randle up. And first baseman Powell takes it himself. That brings up Leo Cardenas. Leo Cardenas had almost 100 at-bats in 34 games. Batted .270. He's the shortstop. Decent shortstop. Made a lot of errors at shortstop, but has a decent range and a decent arm. And it's Leo Cardenas offensively right here against the lefty Ross Grimsley. Let's do it. Here's the pitch, and you read the 53, and that's going to be a range play to who? To the center fielder. So that is a looping liner to center fielder, to center field, and coming on is Coggins, and he gets there and makes the catch. And with that actually that's a strikeout. Excuse me, that struck him out. I forgot all about the KD check. I haven't played this in probably 2 weeks. I've been playing a lot of deep drive, as you know, if you pay attention to my channel. So yeah, I have to get into the flow. That's what happens. You lose the rhythm. So that is a strikeout, and so no blooper. It's a strikeout, and we go to Joe Levito. He's a switch hitter. Batted .223 with 2 home runs, 26 RBIs, and almost 300 at bats. So he played a ton, 113 games. He is not really a defensive guy, but can play outfield and first base. Not a big defensive guy, although center fielder, not a bad center fielder in terms of he had plenty of assists. He's a 4 assist rating in center field. So you wouldn't want to advance on him because you'd be at a disadvantage. All right, so it's Levito with Randle at second base and 1 out. There's some movement in the bullpen for the Orioles, but can't make out what exactly is going on over there. That's going to be a 63, and a 63 translate into a bouncer to second base. Gritch up with it, and that ends the inning. All right, we go to the bottom of the seventh inning stretch. Get out to that concession stand and pick yourself up a brewski, because they're closing up those concessions early. And it's Brooks. I wonder if they did that back in the 70s, if they closed up early. Now they close after the 7th inning or the middle of the 7th inning, they start closing it down. I don't want anybody drinking before they leave, before they drive. So close to the time that they're going to drive. Here's Brooks Robinson against Jim Bibby, who's pitched well on the season. He's got a 3.77 ERA, a 5-7 record, 112 innings pitched, 1.34 WHIP. In reality, he had a 1.39 WHIP. There you go. Always very close. Very interesting. It's a 16, and that'll be a pop-up shortstop. Middle infield. Back onto the outfield grass is Harrah, and he makes the catch. Earl Williams now. Earl Williams had power for a bunch of years. Here he plays in 120 games, 400 at bats with 14 home runs, batted .254. But he started out his career with the Atlanta Braves, and then he plays a bunch of these seasons, like mid to later Earl seasons with the Baltimore Orioles. All right, so Earl Williams against Jim Bibby, the pitch, and that's a 54. So that's going to be a what do they call those? A 54 chart. That's going to be a bases empty wild result, right? And we're going to roll against the. Oh, that's going to be a fly ball left field, and Grieve is going to boot that. So it's going to be an exotic error chart, and just for the sake of speed, I'm going to make it a single and an error on, and I'm just making sure that that Grieve made errors on the outfield. Yes, oh no, he did not. So he's going to make that catch. So no error, no single and an error. So let's undo that, and it's a nice running catch by Tom Grieve in left field. He made no errors, so that's an automatic catch. And it's going to be Mark Belanger now with 2 outs. And the pitch, and that's an 36, and that'll be a fly ball. Center field, Levito comes over under it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. We go top of the 8th inning. Ross Grimsley had 17 complete games, so it makes sense that we let him go. And Bibby had 11 complete games. So these are 2 guys that can go the distance. Both are, one is 34 and the other one's 31. Here's the pitch in terms of batter's face, the 13, which is a tapper to the first baseman Powell. He will flip to Grimsley covering the bag, and that is out number 1. So Sundberg taps out to the first baseman. And here is Cesar Tovar, another good hitter, 290 hitter with 24 doubles, 6 triples, 4 home runs. Played the whole season, 140 games, almost 600 at bats. Grimsley gets the sign from Williams. Around the infield for the 1974 Orioles, you got Robinson at third, Belanger at short, Grich at second, and Powell at first. Behind the plate, of course, Earl Williams. In the outfield from left to right, you got Bunbury, Coggins, and Baylor, Don Baylor. And that is a 53, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Remember, you got to look at that first roll as the KD roll, and that's a 2. His number is a 4. So curveball gets Tovar out in front. Here's Jim Fregosi. Now, Fregosi's batting almost 280. 30 games, 112 at bats. Fregosi 1 for 3 today. On the season, he batted 261. And in the replay, batting 277. Here's a pitch from Grimsley, and that's going to be a snake eyes, which will be a bouncer to the shortstop. Belanger fires the first in time, and that retires the side. Go to bottom of the 8th. We are playing Fall Classic Baseball, and this is my 5-team replay. This is Tony Porter, your host, and remember to like and subscribe. Also, comment. Let's hear what you have to say. Al Bunbury leads off against Jim Bibby. The Rangers trail 2-0. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a 55, and that's a drive and cut off in the outfield. And that's going to be a single, so Bunbury's held to a single, but that's a double steal there. So I'm going to roll to see if there's a pickoff. There is no pickoff, so we're going to send him. There he goes, and he is safe. And there could be an error by the catcher, and no error by the catcher, so he steals second base. Now Bunbury, he's got 2 plus signs. He did steal a bunch of bases in a little. In that result, he doesn't have a lot of those, but in this result, he doesn't have a lot of plus signs, which are automatic stolen base, not automatic, but attempted steals. He just has it at 55 on 3 to 20, and then he has one on 25 against right-handers. That's all he's got. He did steal 12 out of 16 bases. And let's do this. So let's roll for the other pickoff. Let's see, a 1, nope. And we're going to roll again. There he goes, and he is safe, and another opportunity for an error by the catcher, and no error. So Bunbury singles, and then steals second and steals third. And the catcher error rating, he's only a 1. Yeah, most catchers are 1 or 2s, and then you have some real poor catchers that kind of threw the ball away a lot, and they would have a higher number. But I rolled most of the low numbers. Actually, do I have to roll again? That's the question. I was actually having that conversation the other day. You know what? And you don't really have to roll twice. You just so in that second there would be a second. The ball he Sundberg threw the ball past Cardenas when Bunbury was stealing third, and he's gonna go. He's gonna go. So we're gonna undo that stolen base. We're gonna go into detail. We're gonna give him a stolen base, but we're gonna add an error, and he will come home on the error. So yeah, there's no need to roll a second time, and that's well. Bibby is now tired. Let me see how many guys he's faced. He has faced 28, so he can go to 31. So we'll have him pitch to Coggins, even though Coggins is a lefty. I could go to lefty in the bullpen. Let me see here. Oh, I have no bull. This is a There's hardly anybody on this bullpen. Not a strong pitching staff on this team. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's replay baseball, then put the whole roster in there. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me just count how many pitchers you got. We've got 8 pitchers. 8 pitchers. And then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 21 players. 21 players. Makes no sense to me. There's 4 players missing. Who are the 4 players that are missing? I'm not missing anybody because all these are the starters. The starters are all there, right? Let me see. Tovar. Let's see if Tovar comes up here. Okay, no, Tovar is not there. So something's... All right, so I said 21 plus Tovar, 22. Levito's there. Then it's Grieve. Grieve is there. Sundberg is there. Frigosi's there. Harrah's there. Johnson's there. He's the DH though today. Brown, Sims. So I got 22 players. I'm missing some players. Let me close this off. Frigosi, Randall, and Harrah. Frigosi, Randall, and Harrah. Frigosi, Harrah. Okay, it's not going to show the guy I'm clicking. So I think there's 22 players. There's 3 players missing on this roster. Based on my my additions right here. So there's just no way they can have only 8 pitchers. I mean, if 4 guys, okay, you got a 4-man starting squad. You have a 4-man starting squad, and the bullpen is there. 1, 2, Stanhouse. Yeah, Stanhouse, Foucault, Allen. And then for relief, I have Foucault, Allen, Stanhouse, Hargan. I got 3 guys that can come in, but I was looking for a lefty, but it seems like I'm short 2 or 3 guys. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Rich Coggins, the pitch, it's a 64, and that'll be an out, a ground ball to shortstop for out number 1. So Coggins bounces out. Here's Bobby Grich, the pitch. 56, and that should be a K, and he swings and misses at the fastball. 2 out, and here's Tommy Davis with a 36, and that'll be a tapper to the shortstop. Harrah charges, bare hands, fires to first in the dirt, but scooped out nicely by Frigosi. What a play by Frigosi at first base, and that retires the side. We go last licks for the Rangers. 3-0 Baltimore here in Baltimore. Leading off is going to be Alex Johnson. We're looking for Ross Grimsley to complete this game. Here's the pitch, and that's a 56, and that'll be a big swing at a curveball, and he misses it, and he goes down on strikes. 1 away. Tom Grieve next. Tom Grieve is batting .237 on the season. Batted, I can't even about it. It looks like 255, 266, something like that. Let me see. Oh, 255 in 1974. Played 300, about 300 bats, close to 300 bats. All right, so 1 out, nobody on. The Rangers need a couple of base runners. They trail by 3 runs. And here's the pitch, and that is a 21. Strike 3, fastball, gets Grieve. So Grimsley reaching back for a little extra there, and brings the heat and gets Tom Grieve to strike out. So that's 2-away, and now the Rangers are down to the last out, and this is one of their better hitters, batting .330 on the season. He was a .300 hitter in 1974, and here he's gotten off to a hot start. He's batting .330. We're only 2 months into the season, so I expect that to come down. And it's Lenny Randle, right-handed hitter, and Grimsley winds and deals to Randle, and that looks like it's going to be it. And he swings and misses, and that is the ball game. So the Orioles, they win it. Ross Grimsley goes to 6-8. Bibby drops to 5-8. And the MVP will be Ross Grimsley, who pitches that shutout. 3-0. He pitches a 5-hitter. And Randle had 2 hits in this game. And Grimsley went 9 innings, 5 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts, faced 32 batters. Lowered his ERA to 3.43. And he had a 116 whip. Let me see what his whip is. 1.117 whip in the replay. 116 whip in reality. Pretty good there. Fall Classic. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I enjoy playing 1974. Plus, have all the players, so it's easy to handle that type of thing. I don't have to worry about printing stuff out. I already printed all these. Well, these actually I bought this season. Cost me like $80 or something. I don't know. Shipping is $20 now. Shipping is really expensive. It's not like it once was, where I remember I used to ship stuff to people for $7 and $8. Now it's real expensive. People are shipping me stuff, and I'm looking at the receipts, and it's like $25 to ship. Everybody's losing money on our collections. It's okay. Unless you're really a dedicated capitalist. If you're one of these guys, then you're probably, you can still figure it out and still get a little bit of something. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Remember to like and subscribe and comment.